Welcome, adrenaline fans. Tonight's chaos kicks off as Ohio troopers deploy spike strips to stop a fleeing Ford Focus, while Arkansas and Florida troopers team up to chase down an armed robbery suspect across 3 counties. And don't blink inside a stolen $100,000 Mercedes. A federal pursuit unfolds tied to robbery, carjacking, and petty theft. These aren't just traffic stops, they're full-throttle police chases. At approximately 3:56 p.m. on May 19, 2025, the Alexander Police Department requested assistance after the driver of a suspicious vehicle failed to stop for a traffic violation and fled eastbound on the South Service Road from Bryant Parkway. Officers staged near the I-126 on-ramp. As the vehicle entered Lane 2, emergency lights and sirens were activated, initiating the pursuit. As the pursuit entered Interstate 30, officers quickly located the fleeing vehicle and performed a tactical vehicle intervention TVI, causing the car to spin out, lose control, and stop in the middle of the highway with front-end damage. Police quickly surrounded the vehicle and took the driver into custody. The Alexander Police Department took over the investigation, called in their own tow truck, and all Arkansas State Police units cleared the scene. The driver, identified as Ratliff, was arrested and transported to the Saline County Detention Center. The driver now faces a host of charges: fleeing and evading police, speeding, reckless driving, driving in the wrong lane, running a stop sign, improper left side passing, driving without a license, and other related offenses. On September 11, 2024, around 3 p.m., the Ohio State Highway Patrol spotted an older 2-door Honda turning onto State Route 4 from Route 347. The vehicle had no license plate and a cracked front windshield. A traffic stop was initiated, but as the trooper approached, the driver suddenly hit the gas and sped northbound on Route 4, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
Did you get the RP on them?
Negative. There were 2 occupants, male passenger, and these possibly female driver.
The vehicle kept fleeing, reaching speeds over 90 miles per hour. The driver recklessly passed cars in no passing zones, nearly hitting another motorist on Kenny Pike, and weaved through a gas station parking lot before heading back south on State Route 4.
Still going past the 247. That's way traffic south.
Are eastbound 247 from those keys up the door. These are roughly 70. This got engine.
That's the 2 cars. No traffic on gas station, sure. southbound on 44 south.
Okay, so
He's coming to you. Southbound.
she can get separated to the side, stretch him across.
Alright, what's your location?
80 traffic is at the like the
Near Kaiser Road, the driver recklessly crossed into oncoming traffic and passed a long line of vehicles before striking spike strips deployed by another officer.
They're on a yard now.
31 under the grass. Still more.
The vehicle lost control and drifted out of its lane. Despite having flat tires, the suspect kept driving into the yard of a residence until the car finally stopped. Both occupants exited the vehicle and fled on foot. The passenger was taken into custody that evening. The driver, identified as Amir Kotner, was arrested the following day. He was later charged and pled guilty to fleeing and eluding. Kotner was sentenced to 2 years in prison and had his driver's license suspended for 3 years. On June 11, 2025, near Ico by Grant 56, Arkansas State Police began chasing 31-year-old Carlos Smith after he fled a routine traffic stop in Lamar. The pursuit reached speeds over 90 miles per hour and was soon backed up by the Grant County Sheriff's Office and Sheridan Police. The vehicle sped off the highway into a maze of residential and commercial streets. The driver grew increasingly reckless, running red lights and nearly colliding with other cars. He dodged a pit attempt, causing a patrol unit to lose control and nearly flip. Then suddenly, he pulled off a dangerously sharp U-turn.
Business route.
The vehicle kept fleeing at high speed, swerving aggressively as if taunting the officers behind. Near exit 167, the suspect collided with a patrol car and then veered into oncoming traffic, forcing a civilian vehicle to swerve onto the shoulder. The chase nearly ended when the suspect avoided a spike strip but came dangerously close to hitting an officer standing nearby.
Show driver southbound, 167. Flags are successful.
reporting number 278, eastbound. Email at Oklahoma.
As the driver struggled to maintain control and attempted to turn, multiple patrol units quickly closed in. The violent impact disabled the vehicle. Officers immediately moved in and surrounded it, bringing the pursuit to an end. The driver jumped out of the car and ran on foot. Officers quickly gave chase and began a search of the area. He now faces serious charges, including reckless driving, fleeing from law enforcement, and multiple other offenses. On August 15, 2019, in Nassau County, New York, a man stole an SUV and slapped on fake plates. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver hit the gas and took off, forcing police to launch a pursuit. When officers ordered the driver to stop, he gave them the middle finger and kept heading north on Ohio Street. He then led police on a 22-minute high-speed chase, stretching from Ohio Street to State Road 200. The vehicle then headed south on US 1 and ran a red light at the intersection with County Road 108, according to the report. The driver repeatedly tried to force other vehicles off the road and passed on both shoulders. Officers deployed stop sticks at the intersection of US 1 and Landfill Road, but he drove right through them and turned onto Musselwhite Road, reaching speeds over 80 miles per hour as his tires began to come off the rims.
Yeah, well, set up around 290 miles eastbound. 10-4, we driver's side or 10-4 class. Fast people. Westbury, 93 miles an hour, past the people on the median.
As he turned east onto SR 200, he passed vehicles in the center median and nearly collided with several others. The driver then tried to pass a semi-truck in the median, lost control, crossed both lanes, and crashed into an above-ground natural gas pipeline.
What's the vehicle description again? Median pass with people, 62 miles an hour in median. Either about a single four.
A deputy drove his patrol car across the road to block the SUV, with lights and sirens activated. The driver crashed into the patrol car, causing the SUV to spin sideways across both lanes. Despite the impact, he accelerated again and rammed into another patrol vehicle before finally coming to a stop on the shoulder. Police quickly surrounded and arrested the driver, identified as Crumley. A search uncovered 3.3 grams of methamphetamine, 2 used glass pipes, a digital scale with residue, and several plastic baggies. He now faces multiple charges, including felony fleeing, grand theft auto, possession of methamphetamine and a controlled substance, 3 counts of possessing drug paraphernalia, and other related offenses. On April 19, 2023, an armed robbery occurred at a convenience store in North Miami. The suspects fled in a white Lexus, prompting North Miami police to request assistance from neighboring agencies. The vehicle was later spotted in Opa-locka, but despite attempts to block it in, the suspects managed to escape. The Florida Highway Patrol was forced to initiate a high-speed pursuit.
Kilos up. Hijacker. Maybe turn you around. Still going on down 10-4.
Anybody in pizza that can take over?
I'm calling them.
The vehicle weaved dangerously across lanes at high speed, continuing northbound on Florida's Turnpike. It crossed into Palm Beach County before circling back into Broward County.
Roadside CS, the roadside marshal.
Trying to get out of commercial, notify the assault. 76, directing a vehicle, farm. That's that transmission.
I think you should stay out the air. Hey, come on, I'm not sure you said stay out the air. There are the subjects, temple guys at the house with the two subjects with the SUVs in front. At the green and white house. They made their way into a house with the two SUVs in front. Aviation, temple guys still up.
They are inside the houses. Set up a containment area surrounding the house and they'll start. If they went inside, they're going to have plans to start swap.
1049, opponent set up.
So red light to 60 miles an hour. Did Miami disengage?
Unknown incident, bro. Unit disengage. Aviation is still with us.
The Lexus kept fleeing at high speed, darting through heavy traffic. At one point, it stopped on an uphill stretch. Authorities confirmed the suspects were armed with AR-15s. A passenger got out and approached another vehicle, carrying what looked like a rifle in his hands.
Signal 14, they're armed with AR-15s for all units. They're carjacking a vehicle. They're carjacking a vehicle, carjacking a vehicle. Randy, watch the crossfire, Randy.
823, go ahead.
Bail out.
Rock Island and 50th.
Bail out, they just... Randy, watch the crossfire, Randy.
823, go ahead.
Bail out, they just...
All units, they just carjacked a Tesla.
The suspects kept fleeing, abandoning the Lexus on Commercial Boulevard in Tamarack and hijacking a Tesla. As the Tesla reversed into another vehicle, one suspect jumped out and took off on foot. The other tried to drive away but crashed head-on into a law enforcement truck. He stepped out, lay on the ground as if surrendering, then suddenly jumped up and ran from the scene.
And 1%. They got the lead.
823, he just crossed the lake.
One suspect jumped a fence and swam across a canal. His bright red underwear made him easy to spot, and officers quickly took him into custody. He was placed on a stretcher and taken to the hospital as a precaution. At the same time, another suspect was surrounded by police at a home on Northwest 54th Street and surrendered when ordered. Both suspects, identified as Foster and Geimer, were arrested and booked into the Broward County Jail. According to records, they remain in the custody of the FBI. No attorney information has been provided. Background checks revealed both men have extensive criminal histories, including charges for aggravated assault, battery, theft, and auto theft. On March 23, 2024, in Florida, a high-end theft sparked a police investigation after a driver in a $100,000 Mercedes stole thousands of dollars worth of clothing from a department store. The store manager quickly reported the crime to authorities.
Description? Did you go to Carter's at all? You do it? Did you go to Carter's? I didn't. So you brought something over? What did you get?
I got my receipt and everything.
Okay, alright. We'll just get your ID and then we'll confirm it with you and alright. Alright, so she can go to Carter's back so she's rest stuff out of here.
Receipts and everything.
So just add some.
Copy, I'll be on it.
So what?
Oh, she got a Carter's bag?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna figure it out.
I called you guys as she was running the corner, and her breasts were suddenly huge because she stuffed all the product down her shirt and into her purse.
The caller provided descriptions of two women. When officers arrived, they found one of the suspects in the parking lot. She firmly denied any wrongdoing, claiming she had paid and even had a receipt. However, a store employee identified her, saying she saw the woman hiding items in her shirt and purse. The stolen merchandise was valued at about $1,000. She was detained and read her Miranda right.
Under arrest, like we said, you matched description of somebody that stole items from Carter's and you have a phone bag.
We'll head back there and look at cameras. You guys got cameras?
I'm just gonna read you something too, okay? So once out of your rights, you're not under arrest. You're just detained, but I have to read you your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say is done against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney. I have her with you now anytime during questions. I'll take it off the house.
You want to go? What my phone?
Just have your phone and you have what the girls on.
Oh, what is my phone?
You're just being detained right now.
Probably text me for me.
Okay.
Did you leave with Martha or you still here? She gone.
Okay, perfect. Do one for her and then you're gonna be taking it right, dude. You gotta go home.
Take it away from her. I didn't steal anything. I have my stuff right here. I didn't steal anything.
The suspect claimed she was waiting for her sister, who she said was inside the H&M store. She even made a phone call, but the sister confirmed she had already left. The woman insisted she had done nothing wrong and showed a receipt saying, "I didn't take anything." However, officers pointed out the receipt was from a different Carter store in Sanford, casting doubt on her story.
That's what I'm saying. All my stuff is paid for. When I went in there, I was exchanging. She held my stuff at the counter literally for me.
Yeah.
What car is doing?
That's the same. That's not my car.
Is this the car you guys came in?
No.
Doing it.
My daddy's car.
So is there anything in the car?
No.
You got the keys for the car?
No.
Did we search the car?
No.
She claimed that she had to do an exchange because she had twin baby boys that were a year old.
You gotta look at this. Hard decline, cancel. Hard decline, cancel. So they're using stolen credit cards. Look at all these different cards that are declined. Perfect. Cancel.
Where is that my phone right here?
Huh?
Is that my phone right here?
Okay. Hold up, please. Yeah.
The other suspect driver's license. Wasn't it running? Yes.
This is all Carter's.
Officers found receipts showing multiple declined and canceled transactions, pointing to possible use of a stolen credit card. More shopping bags, likely from Carter's, were discovered in the car. A felony hold was placed on the vehicle. Wallets and IDs tied to the second suspect were also found. The detained woman was taken to the station for processing.
Oh, how can we help you today? What kind of property? Your hands behind your back for me. Have you ever been arrested before?
Good, have seats. I got you. I can give you some convenience.
The suspect was taken into custody and now faces charges of theft, using a stolen credit card and other serious felonies. From spike strips to multi-agency pursuit, Ohio officers deployed tire deflation devices to stop a fleeing Ford Focus, while a high-stakes interstate chase unfolds with Arkansas troopers and Florida Highway Patrol tracking down an armed robbery suspect across 3 counties. The suspect? Behind the wheel of a stolen $100,000 Mercedes, loaded with thousands of dollars in designer clothing. These aren't just crimes, they're rolling crime scenes. When you steal big, run hard, and cross state lines, the law responds harder. Every choice leaves a mark. Think twice before you hit the gas.